shall we murder us? A lot of people is wondering and they're curious. I mean, in my unit deal with it so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all of be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd down carry for Jones. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's running for it! And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. A couple of zeros on the board right now. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll be facing 4th down. McCarthy to throw for it. it beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A give left side to Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. He'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take possession of the football. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Ravens driving ahead. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lamar now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Gets this to Bateman. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. On 4th down, snap to Jackson. Throw is caught by the back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Lamar off to play fake. He finds Aguilar. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down, here's Lamar. Aguilar with the grab. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Going to be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the set. He puts everything behind this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They give to Jones, right side. Through the defense, he's past the 20. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First down throw for Jackson. Henry on the catch. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. Deontay Hardy to return. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, Jackson. Finds Aguilar. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Play fake, Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He lofts it deep left. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Jones trying the left side. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And that is incomplete. The fake is unsuccessful. The fake field goal does not get it done. This is going to be a turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very clean play.
Diving right side, got it! A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That's taken in by Henry. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So after 3, we're still waiting on our first score of the contest. Somehow this game is still scoreless as we get set for our final quarter. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Henry. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another run for Henry. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Play action now with Jackson. Has it down close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. They send a man in motion. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings down by 7. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. He's at the 30. He finds space, middle of the field. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense if he believes that they can get the stop?
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line.
Recovered by the receiving team.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. He'll look to throw it. He beams one deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. Once more, here's Henry. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They've held them out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Henry. do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Chandler now on the return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point.
He's throwing for it. And this is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Hardy on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Trying to push it deep downfield. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Vikings make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them will breathe it easy during that one with how close this game was. All of us. Deeds.
It is so hard, Kate, to watch the adrenaline surge they feel right now. And then they find that every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.